JollySupermarket.com. A great deal easier.
Car breakdowns will soar over the next few months caused by the low winter temperatures, but Green Flag says that a lot of these can be avoided if only we took better care of our cars. Chris Heekes, a roadside technician, is here to give us his top tips on what you can do to ensure that your car's ready for the winter months ahead.
Well, the first tips I'd give is to always check line your antifreeze in your vehicle. It's quite easily done. Most cars, you can see here, there's an antifreeze bottle at the top of the engine here. They always have a maximum minimum level on here, and also you'll probably have to get a garage or people like ourselves, Green Flag, to come and check the antifreeze strength for you just to make sure it's the right mixture. My next tip would be always to have clear visibility in bad weather. Obviously always to check that your wiper blades on the vehicle are always in good condition, and of course to keep your screen wash topped up. Always check on your levels, usually before you start out on a journey in the cold weather. You can easily check the wiper blades. If just by lifting it up off the screen, you can often see if the wiper blade is torn at the end or if it's started to pit in the middle. Any signs of wear like that, it should be changed straight away, because obviously that's going to reduce your visibility through your screen. But one of the other final items that you need to make sure also is that your bulbs on the vehicle are all working and in good order, obviously to keep good visibility in poor weather. It also keeps you legal as well. You could really need to be checking your lights on a weekly basis, or certainly on a daily basis when the weather is really poor, just to make sure that they are all working okay. Another important issue for winter motoring is to check that your oil level is always up to level. If your oil level is quite low, it can also cause a lot of engine damage. Oil level is quite easily checked. On most cars, you will find the dipstick is either at the front of the engine or at the side. It's quite often now yellow in colour. It's quite easily checked by pulling it out. As you can see from the dipstick, there's two marks on the dipstick. The oil level should be up at the top mark, which is maximum. If it isn't, you can, if you remove the oil lid, you can quite easily put oil into the vehicle. Usually, if the oil level is on the bottom mark, it is normally about a litre of oil to bring it up to the maximum. The oil is poured into the top of the engine until the level comes up onto the dipstick, and then you will need to check it again by pushing the dipstick back in. Once the oil level comes up to the proper level, as you can see, it is then on the maximum. That is then safe to use. The battery is normally charged on your vehicle via the vehicle's alternator, but if things like lights are left on, there is aftermarket products that can be used for charging the battery back up again, but under normal circumstances the vehicle can cope under normal running with reboosting the battery back up again. It is roughly about a third of our breakdowns is due to flat batteries. As soon as we get a cold snap, if the battery is showing signs of weakness beforehand, that quite easily can just go flat overnight, and people are not aware of it until they come out in the morning. Ideally, just to make sure that all your lights are switched off when you leave the vehicle. Obviously you need to be aware that in winter months you've got a lot more electrical equipment in the vehicle, heated rear windows, fans are on higher, headlights are on, and one thing or another. You just need to make sure that you keep your battery topped up all the time. In the bad winter weather, what obviously needs to check is that you've got plenty of tread on your tyres, that there's no bald patches or any bulges on your tyres at all that could cause problems. Another issue is you also need to check that the inflation of the tyre is okay. You have to have a look in your vehicle handbook, which comes with the vehicle from new. Depending on what vehicle you have, specific tyre sizes for your vehicle are all written down in the handbook.